There are times where I feel Kim Ellison being connected to Michelle Biden with Michelle Obama created this school. And as I think about Kim Ellison and the school, I always think about my son Michael. That last school he was at, Anoka, where he said he was enrolling. I thought at schools where he was going to be allowed to play football. I went all the way back to 2013-14, where I thought Keith Ellison was acting like he was representing me in my best interest. And that's when I thought they were offering him, Ziggy Wilkes, a place on the Vikings, whether he was sitting on a bench or actually playing. I thought that Keith was making these deals, U.S. Bank, and he was getting ready to pay me this big lump sum. So I held out for a long time, thinking Keith was working with me, for me, 2013, 14, 15. I decided he was a rapist in 2016, 2017, and that's when the mosque issue, where he was, just happened to be at that 1 year, Mom, where after I voted, I was targeted on the highway. Jody Baker, Jackie Baker, Linda Baker. I thought that he had me surrounded and was trying to kill me. And at that point, I began to hate Keith Ellison. 2017, and it just got worse after that, son. So if you're working with Kim Ellison and Keith through Bobby, son, are working in Mille Lacs, where black men might be treated differently after dating a Native American, where black men who might have some white girl up there, where their judges treat the black men differently because they don't like you. If my son is doing a case study up in Mille Lacs County, Amy Klobuchar, my son better not be being harmed in any way, shape, or form, because for me, women have the right to date who they want, and black men, white men, Asian men, Native men, they all have the same brain that a good or a bad person have. Their skin color, their hair texture has nothing to do with the way they think. So for me, Keith Ellison, be very clear this morning. You and Bobby Joe Champion with Don Samuels, if my son is in harm's way and you're using my son in any way, shape, or form, like I said you used Martin Luther King, my son better have $8 million in the fucking bank for every fucking case study that I can think was done while you watched him, specific to the one Jackie Baker, Dejanay Baker, Hindi Hussein, Roxana Pricey Sook, where you thought it was cute to give the boy a fucking cookie that only had ginger in it. That fucking one, I wanted to take your head and bang your motherfucking head on a wall. I just wanted to bam, 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 stop, kill, shoot your motherfucking ass, as my son called me, and he sounded in a panic as he was detained in a jail, I thought, which could have been real or a case study under those flags right there. And you be very clear, that one on the right side that states it's a Minnesota flag, I'd like to know if the state of Minnesota, under the ideology, said that our flag needed to be redone, or did Keith Ilhan Omar, Bobby Joe Champion, Ilhan Omar now, with Keith Ellison, look at that flag and say that, it's racist? Because I think that the Somalian bus driver who slapped the phone out my hand, who said I was too black to be seen, on the bus stop, I think the Somalian man at the Department of Human Services who told me he didn't want me as a black woman telling him what the white man said do, who had me beat up, to be more racist than me. And I wanted them charged, Keith, Bobby, Don, or I wanted to charge you, right? Real simple.